to my channel. Today we'll be making a extended ponytail. These are the items you'll need. So you want to start with your lace net for your extended ponytail and begin with whatever hair of your choice. You can start by lining up your machine properly and then begin to stitch and sew a track on one by one and take it from side to side all the way until the end. You want to do one weft at a time and then cut and just continue to sew and stitch all the way up until the Velcro section of the lace. Just a few pointers. You always want to back stitch after you start every new stitch. You can check your work as you go. Also cut off the excess string that comes off at the end and then continue to move on to the next weft. You just want to continue stitching and continue stitching. Take your time, check your work. Don't hesitate to stop if you get tired. Backstitch and just continue to go. So here you'll just see me continuing to sew up the lace and continuing up until I get to the Velcro. If you are wondering what machine I'm using, I am using an older brother sewing machine. It's very simple. There's nothing fancy about it. You can find these type of machines at your local Walmart, Target, anywhere that sells sewing machines. It was less than about $100, and this is what I use day in and day out. So I also purchased the presser foot on Amazon. It's okay. It's not my favorite thing. I actually wound up taking it off after I finished this. I found that it kind of slowed me down with the older machine. So therefore, I do not like it for my brother, but I plan on getting a new machine. So hopefully I can see success with another machine with using it. Again, you're just seeing me continuing to go with my lace and my extended ponytail. I am going weft by weft, and then I am checking. I am cutting off any of the excess string and thread that proceeds on the end. Again, remember to take your time. Don't be in a rush. It just comes out better when you take your time. You don't have to go back and correct mistakes. Forward stitch, back stitch to make sure that your wefts are secure on the lace portion of the extended ponytail. You don't want any wefts to slip off. So I'm constantly forward stitching, back stitching when I start and end each weft. Then I cut it off on the end and I start the process all over. It is very redundant. You're doing the same thing over and over, but it's a very simple DIY project that you could even turn into a business sale or start your business with simply doing extended ponytails or just doing it for yourself. It's something that's very simple. If you know how to work your sewing machine or you're already into wig making, I don't think it would be difficult for you to add this on to your business or future business. Again, I'm just continuing the process, taking my time, not in a rush, as stated earlier. And this shouldn't take you no more than 15 minutes to do if you're very familiar with the sewing machine. Most of your time is the stop and go as you keep going on to each weft. That's what kind of slows you down a little because you have to stop, cut the weft, cut the thread, then start over. So it shouldn't take you longer than about 15 minutes to do it. If you want yours to be thick, then you want to lay your wefts extremely close, almost on top of each other. If you want it thinner, then you space them out more. It's all up to your discretion based on what you want to achieve. The more hair you put, the closer and the thicker you want it, the closer your bust will be. If you want it thinner, then you're spacing it out more. So if you want a higher density, remember closer. If you want a lower density, you space it out more. So that will help you as well when determining how you want to make your ponytail. Also, you can draw lines with a chalk marker or a silver marker, and that will also help you stay on track with stitching. As you can see, I'm getting closer to the end of the lace. So as I'm getting closer to the end, I want to stop my last track right at the Velcro. You don't want to sew onto the Velcro because this is the section that you will use to wrap your ponytail. So this is where you want to finish off and stop your last track right at the edge of the Velcro. So as you can see, I'm taking my time. I'm going very slowly. I'm being extremely precise to get that last track, and I'm back stitching a couple times to finish off the lace portion of the ponytail. This is the finished results after you've sewn all the wefts up to the edge of the Velcro. You want to cut off the excess thread. That's what we want to cut off and check it and make sure everything looks good. You want to check from the front to the back, check in between your wefts, and just look and check. So as I'm checking, I see that there's spaces that I can add more. So I'm going to just go back in and add a few pieces so you have that option. If it's not full enough for you, add more pieces. If it's too thick, then you can go in and take some out with a seam ripper. So I'm just diligently going back in and filling in all the gaps of areas that I feel like the ponytail could use a little more hair and be a bit thicker. So this is what you'll see me doing, going in one by one, moving my hair out the way and adding in more pieces. Once we finish up those pieces, we want to start preparing our area to wrap. So you want to fold small pieces in half, and you're going to add those to the end of the Velcro, which is what's going to help us wrap the ponytail and disguise the Velcro piece. I think I maybe used 2 to 3 pieces. This part can be a little tedious because you're working with such a small space. So again, you want to take your time and line this up properly and then cut and stitch. You only need to do about 2 to 3 pieces, and that will be enough hair to wrap your ponytail around and disguise the Velcro. So here I'm just doing a close-up showing you the size of the piece that I'm using and wrapping around the Velcro so you can see up close and have an idea of what your pieces should look like, and just from another point of view. And then you want to stitch it on again. Take your time because you're working with such a small section. You may have to use your hand to wind the stitching. And now we're going to take our clasp and our wig clip, and we're going to sew that on to the back of the ponytail. This is the portion that you need to have in order for it to stick into your hair. So that's pretty quick. Take your time going over it because it is metal and it can break your needle. We are finally finished. This is what your finished result should look like, and I'm just showing you how it's supposed to look when you wrap it, and there you have it. So the final portion, I'm just going to show you how to use the ponytail, and I am using my mannequin. Don't mind her hair, it's for practice. So you can wrap your hair in a ball and just make it smooth and tight. And then you're going to use the extended ponytail, insert the clip into the ponytail, and then you wrap the hair around, and there you have it. You will have your ponytail. That is an extended ponytail, very quick, simple. You can make it in less than 30 minutes and have a sleek hairstyle, and you're ready to go. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.